The next part of the WooCommerce settings options are the checkout section. As with all the tabs, the default tab is the checkout options. Um, if you'd like to include the use of coupons, this can be very useful for driving promotions. You can do things like £5 off, or £10 off, or 10% off, or 20% off. You can create free shipping coupons, which allows you to set a price for a product but include free shipping, um, or other items like that. And whether or not more than one coupon can be used on a product, or whether it's full price and second coupons, etc. Um, Whether you enable guest checkout. Now, enabling guest checkout would allow the guests or the customers to um, use leave minimal information for the process of actually buying a product from your website. Um, as such, obviously, you're not engaging the customer to then possibly come back. So if you don't enable guest checkout, they would be forced to register with your site, which would then obviously allow you to have their contact information, where you could then do mail shots to them for maybe getting repeat sales. Um, so that's kind of a good idea. It's not a must. Um, if you want to have HTTPS, depending on the server where you host your website, you would need to buy an SSL certificate. Your web hosting may come complete with an SSL certificate, in which case you can switch this on and then switch that back on again. However, if you switch it on and you don't have SSL, there's a high probability that your shop will not work. And previously we mentioned the name of the page where the shop would sit on the products tab. So if you didn't go with the default option for shop, for example, and you changed it to store, and you didn't want the default uh, what they call the cart page to be your basket. You might want to call it shopping basket, or you might want to call it something else. You would set that page up and then choose which page it was from the drop down menu. Likewise with the checkout, you could change that. And also, if you want customers to abide by terms and conditions of sale, which I believe is law in the UK, to have at least some basic terms and conditions for distance selling regulations. You would write your terms and conditions page and then insert or tick whichever the terms and conditions page is from here. Once you've enabled that option, that automatically enables a checkbox on the checkout page, which the customer must tick in order to proceed. The checkbox is followed by a short sentence with a link to the terms and conditions, which I'm sure you've seen on other websites. Now you've got various endpoints which handle the checkout process. By default, these are the standard settings. I'm not quite sure what other options there are, but if you're using something like WorldPay, for example, then you would use the WorldPay plugin to WooCommerce, and then that would allow you to change these options. In this particular website, direct bank transfer is set up. As you can see, it's enabled. Cash on delivery is set up, but PayPal isn't. Okay, so in order to enable that, you need to do it elsewhere. You can use these items here to drag and drop the order that things appear on the website. Okay, so let's save changes there and move on to the next submenu under checkout, which is backs. Now this is your direct bank payment section. So here is where you would enable or not enable the option within the checkout, and obviously you can put whatever you want in this box. or adjust it to your taste or to your tailor to your wording. And then obviously you would add your various information for your bank account here. This is only shown to the customer once they go through the checkout. It's not available on the website anywhere to be viewed unless they actually purchase an item. So that's secure in that sense. You obviously have your cash on delivery options up the top here, where you can enable cash on delivery. Obviously, if you're doing cash on delivery, then there is no shipping method for that. So that's that. And then there's the PayPal option. You obviously enable PayPal. You put in your PayPal email address, and that will automatically progress your order through to the PayPal system once the order has gone through. You can have PayPal identity tokens. This is so you can do various options with the PayPal cart, and you can use the PayPal billing shipping options so that you're covered under the PayPal money back guarantee. You can enable address overrides. The default option here is capture. You would only want to authorize it if you were taking pre-orders. And then you have an option for your API credentials, which allows you to process refunds via PayPal and then come back here through the website. That information you obtain from PayPal itself. Once you've saved the changes and ticked the enable PayPal option at the top, when you go back to the checkout options, you will see that PayPal is now enabled at the bottom here. There's also the check option, which isn't widely used, especially for distance selling, because of the trust issues involved. So this item is not enabled. And that concludes the checkout section of the Woocommerce settings. The next video will cover shipping options.